Oh, hi there. I'm Quackson Tailfeather, and I was just getting ready to draw a picture. Do you like to draw? Maybe you'd like to draw along with me. That sounds like fun. I was going to draw a picture of an owl. If you'd like, I can show you how. And we're going to do it with just simple shapes that I bet you already know how to make. Let me show you. We're going to use some ovals, some circles, triangles, and the letter J shape. See? I'm sure you already know how to draw those shapes, so we can do this together. Ready to get started? I know I am. Alright, so we're going to start with a circle. We're going to use a circle for his big bright eyes. There's one circle going around, and two circles. I'm going to have him touch a little bit in the middle because his eyes are so big. Bam! There they are. Now in between those two eyes, I'm going to add his beak. And for the beak, I'm going to use 1, 2, 3 lines to make, that's right, a triangle. 2 circles and a triangle. And that's pretty much everything on his face. Now for the rest of his head, I'm going to make a stretchy circle, also known as an oval. It's going to go all the way around his eyes and his beak, just like that. There we go. One nice big oval to go with the circles and the triangle. I'm going to add another oval for his body, but I'm going to tilt it. His head oval goes left to right, but the body oval is going to be going up and down. It's going to be nice and tall, just like that, and it's also going to overlap his face a little bit. There we go. 2 ovals, different directions. And there you have it. Now he has a head and a body. We're going to continue using some ovals to make his wings. We're going to give 2 tall ovals again, one on the left, one on the right. And there you have it. We're now going to add his little feet at the bottom, and we're going to use triangles again, just like the beak. We're going to use triangle shapes for the toes. 1, 2, and 3 for the one foot. 1, 2, and 3 for the other. Now what I also want to do is I want to make those toes and the beak look a little bit rounded, a little bit of a curve. So I'm going to go to that line at the top. I don't want to leave it straight like that. I want to make it round like the head and the eyes are. So I'm going to curve the top of the beak just like that, so the shape matches the top of the eyes and the head. I'm going to do the same thing for the toes so they look round too. Just going to curve it a little bit. Just like that. Now they look rounded. Now it's time to give our owl its eyeballs. So I'm going to use circles again. 1 and 2. There we go. Now our owl can see. And I want to give our owl some eyelids too, so it could close its eyes and take a nap when it gets sleepy. I'm going to follow those same curve shapes that the eye has. And I'm going to add a little bit of an arc shape, a little bit of a curve line above the eyeballs. And I'm also going to do it below. Again, following the same curve that the eye has. 1 on each of the bottoms and 1 on each of the tops. And then I'm going to re-outline the eyes. I'll also go in and outline the beak since it's the shape I want it to be now. And there's the face. Now, I'm going to give it those little feathery horns at the top. And I'm going to use triangles just like the feet and the beak. See? 1 triangle, 2 triangles. There they are, feathers at the top. But what I want to do is I want to take those 2 kind of inside lines and I want to curve them. I want to make them a little round like the eyes. So I'm just going to curve the lines a little bit. They almost look like a dolphin's fin. They'll curve up and curve back down. I don't have to worry about that bottom line because we're not going to see it. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish the shape of the head and give him a little chin. Now we have to be sure we cover our owl with its feathers. Not only do they give it its beautiful colors, but it helps it look fuzzy and feel soft. Want to learn a cool word for how something feels? Whether it's soft or rough, smooth or bumpy. The word artists like me use is texture. Now I'm going to give my owl's texture all along its wings because owls, like me, have feathers. They're soft and fuzzy. So I'm going to use those kind of J shapes, just like the outline of the wing. Except they're like kind of a backwards J, but it's the same shape. And I'm just going to come down and around, and I'm going to use that kind of line to give it its texture, to draw the outline of some feathers along all the edges of my owl. I'm going to do it on each of the wings first, following the shape all the way down and around each of the wings. Down and around, coming back up on the inside where that wing kind of overlaps the belly. And there we have it, nice feathery wings. And I'm going to add more of those kind of curvy lines, those J shapes around the bottom of the belly. Except I don't have to do it where the feet are because we want to see the toes. And then I'll do it around the outside of the head also. Kind of down those puffy cheeks. I'm going to finish up to the chin. I'm going to do both sides like that. Again, it's kind of like the letter J. Coming down and around. It's a little bit of kind of like a hook. And I'll even do some at the top. But maybe I'll add some longer ones. Maybe to kind of make it look like he's got a little bit of kind of feathery hair happening up there. Just like that. I'm going to go inside the wings and kind of here and there throughout the body. And I'll just add more of those J shapes to continue giving our owl some texture. Here we go. Owls have feathers on their wings, feathers on their face, all over, even on the chin and down on the belly too. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. Now we're not quite done yet. Let's give our owl some place to be sitting. Let's put it up in a tree. Let's draw a nice kind of weavy, wiggly line under it. And then a second one that's going to kind of come closer and closer till it meets at the edge to make a point. And that'll be the branch. And then we'll draw the rest of the tree, the nice big tall tree trunk that the branch is attached to. And just like our owl, we're going to give that tree some texture. We're going to draw wavy, wiggly lines all throughout the trunk and the branch. And that's going to give our tree a nice rough look. It's going to show the bark. Almost done. Maybe for a little extra detail, I'll draw just a couple little wavy, wiggly lines for some twigs. And then I'll attach some small oval shapes to them for some teeny tiny leaves growing out from the tree. Yeah, I like that. All right, that's it for the pencils. Now we're going to go over it with our black marker to make our lines nice and crisp and clear. And then we'll add the colors. So I'm just going to take my black pen here, and I'm just going to go over all my pencil lines. Nice and slow, being extra neat. All my triangle shapes, I'll even give him a couple dots for his nose. And then my circles for the eyes, going around. Get those eyelids too. I'm just going to carefully follow all my shapes and all my lines. It's one eye, second eye, here we go, round, eyelids, just like that, and of course, the eyeball. Now I'll come up to the top of his head, and I'll do those little feathery spikes, those little horns, and then I'm going to start on the feathers. We're going to give our owl some, what was that word again? Right, texture. I'm going to show off that texture by just making sure we go over all those J shapes, showing off some of that nice fuzzy texture. Gotta make sure I get all those feathers. And definitely want to make sure I get those ones right at the top of his head for his super cool hairstyle. And then some of those feathers on the inside of his head too, not just the edge. Every one of them. Maybe I'll even give him some eyebrows. Let's see what kind of mood our owl friend is in. I guess he's a happy kind of guy. Give him some nice, just kind of arched eyebrows. He's in a good mood. Now we're on to the body. Doing those feathers in the wings. I'll do both those wings first. All the feathers along the edge. And then I'll go get the ones on the inside. Lots and lots of J shapes. It's Get the ones on the belly. I can even add a couple more here and there if I want. If I see a spot where a feather would look good, I'll just add it in. And now we'll get the toes. Don't forget, the line at the top of the toes should be a little bit curved. This way they look round. Going nice and slow and being neat. Now that the owl's done, let's go ahead and outline the tree. We'll go over all our lines nice and neat. Those wiggly lines for the branch. The little bit that shows in between the toes. Just like that. We don't draw through the toes, just around them. This way it looks like the toes are in front. And then we continue the line. There's our tree trunk, and now we'll add the bark, those wavy, wiggly lines on the inside that give our tree its texture. Now, it's okay if you want to add some extra lines during this step. You don't have to stay right on the pencils. You could change it up a little bit. That's okay. And once you're done with all those little lines and all the details on your tree, you're all done with the marker. We'll just use an eraser to get rid of any extra lines. Now we're ready to color our owl in. What do you think I should use? I want to make sure I use something nice to show off all those feathers and make the eyes look extra bright. I know. I'm going to use markers. What are you going to use? I can't wait to see. Well, I'm all done. Here's my owl sitting up in his tree with a nice nighttime sky behind it. Do you like it? I hope so. More importantly, I hope you had fun making yours. And I hope you come back and draw with me again. To share your picture, you could tag me on Instagram at Quackson Draws, or you could email it to me. Send it to quacksondraws@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. That would be so cool. I like that. Take two. Oh, hi there. Let's try this again. You sure this time?